We're here at CCW Bash at the Brew, and I'm here with Jackal Stevens, legend.
How are you? I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying legend, but I'm a primary staple here in Coastal Championship Wrestling. I'll take that.
You were just telling me that this is your home promotion, you pretty much grew up with it and then reared the promotion. So can you tell us a little bit about the path, the journey that CCW has taken?
Yeah, so I've been with CCW going on 7 years now, and I've been with the company since we were literally down the street right over here at the Hialeah Flea Market, Opelika Flea Market. We were running shows Sunday mornings there. We were running shows like once every 3 months if we were lucky, and now we're running, 6 to 7 to 8. February, about 9 shows, and it's just crazy to see the company grow as much as it has. And now there's different other promotions that want to collab with us. There's other really great talent that want to come in and work for us. It's really cool to see the growth of a company from where we started back in. Well, the company's been around for 20 years, but when I started, to see where it was then, 2017, to where it is now. So it's really cool to be a part of, and I feel it's like my obligation to just be the best version, whatever I can provide to CCW, the best that I can, all of me, all the time, So that's kind of how I feel about like where we were and how we are growing and where we are now. So
yeah, I feel like it would be correct to say that CCW is at the helm, at the forefront of the Florida indie scene.
We are we're the top indie promotion,
indie promotion.
I hate the word indie, but we're the top
local promotion.
We're the top promotion in Florida. I mean, obviously, besides that big company that has the Performance Center in Orlando, we're the next best thing. So yeah, it's safe to say that we are the biggest. So.
And so, what are the fans like here in Florida? What do they like? What are their reactions like? Why does CCW appeal to them so much?
So yeah. So we wrestle in different parts of Florida, and different parts of Florida like different types of wrestling. So here tonight in Hialeah, this is a more story-driven show. So like a lot of our stories either start or end or are in the middle here, and basically the fans come to see what happens next here at Unbranded Brewery. They like a little bit of a little bit of character, a little gaga, a little wrestling. They like a little bit of everything. Now last night we were in Orlando. I don't know if you were there or ever been to a Kissimmee show.
Yeah.
That crowd, it's weird because 1 month they'll react to just a really good wrestling match. The next month they'll react to a lot of gaga, and a gaga is like a lot of character work, a lot of catering to the crowd, a lot of just showing the fans who you are in your character and just having fun with them, including them. I think it's a big part of wrestling is including the fans. And Orlando is a big gaga crowd, We got the Homestead crowd, which likes the traditional wrestling show, solid 6 matches from start to finish, a little gaga, but that's what they like. And we do Pompano, which is our home base, and they like a solid wrestling show too, So the fans here in Florida, they just want you to include them in what we're doing. They want to feel included when they come to a CCW show, and I feel like we do, and all the wrestlers here on the roster they do a fantastic job of fan inclusion. We always incorporate the fans in what we do, so I think it's huge.
And you were just telling me off camera that you also do production. You're not just a wrestler, but I feel like any worker is first and foremost a wrestler. So how has it been for you trying to combine both things and trying to keep what you bring as a wrestler? And
to be honest, when it comes to, if you look at the set here, it might not look like a lot, but it takes a lot to set up all this stuff, right? So, but the first thing I was taught when I entered the wrestling business is the production side of it. The building the ring, the setting up the chairs, the setting the guardrails up, getting the sound check on the music, which is blasting our ears right now.
Which is working with that right now.
Doing these things to make sure that everything runs smoothly. And that was one of the first things I was taught. So it's kind of like ingrained in me. Now, I don't do a lot of the physical part of like building the ring and stuff like that anymore, and I will sometimes just just a lead by example, just to show people that, like, you know, although I've been here for a while, I don't have to do it, but I still will do it. Sometimes I won't, sometimes I will, especially when we need all hands on deck. But for the most part, I try to coordinate and lead a lot of the students, a lot of the younger guys here to, you know, the same things that I was taught, the same things that were ingrained with me when I first started. So I try to just pass that along, because it's very, very important, because you make more money knowing more things in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't stop at wrestling. So I was told, the more you know, the more money you make. So I can pretty much do everything. I was the cameraman, I was the sound guy. You know, I was, obviously I built that ring by myself so many times I can't even count. I drive that truck up and down Florida, and I drove it to Tennessee, you know. I'm probably missing a lot of things that I've done, and I don't want to put myself over too much, but like, it's because I was just put in this position to learn and you know, do those things. So like, I had to learn, and I didn't mind it, because I love wrestling and I love this company. This company's given everything to me, so I like to pay it back and try to give everything I can to CCW, help them grow. So.
And you've mentioned helping the younger people, the students, make their first steps in wrestling. So what does the new generation of wrestling look like?
You can't do this unless you're passionate. You gotta love this, man. You gotta love professional wrestling if you want to be a professional wrestler or be in the professional wrestling business. There's a lot of unthanked hours, a lot of unthanked jobs. It does not love you back. It doesn't care if you come or go. You know what I mean? It'll still be here. That's the one thing you gotta remember. The one thing about the upcoming wrestling generation is, although we've gotten smaller, the passion has gotten, I feel like, bigger, because there's been guys that are like just Adonises, right? That I'm like, oh my God, this guy looks like $1 million, but they don't make it because they don't love it enough. And you have other guys who you could pick them out at a GameStop or some shit like that, and you wouldn't even think they're in the wrestling business. And those are the ones that actually like stick with it and stay around. So it's like, the one thing is passion. Gotta love this, man. You gotta be passionate about it, and you gotta like be excited to be here. You gotta want to do it. You know, sometimes it's really hard after a long day of work, but at the end of the day, you gotta like, this is pretty cool. This is what I get to do. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, only if I can make more money doing it, which,
always the goal.
Always the goal, but never intended. It is what it is. But I love this shit, man. So, and I know a lot of the guys here that started out are like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And they love this shit too, man. I'm very happy with all the students.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I love them all.
It's a passion. And in this CCW product, you can really tell that you guys love what you do and you're making the best product that you can.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you so much, and excited for the show tonight.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to talk with you. It's a pleasure to be on here. And Xenia?
Xenia, yeah.
Xenia did that.
Yeah, that's me.
Of course she did. Thank you.